Welcome back. The Spurs fought their way back from a 20-point deficit on Wednesday night. They outscored LA in the fourth quarter, 45-30, but ultimately they lost to the Lakers 122-119. Mary Rominger was at that game and explains why the loss is encouraging for some fans.
The Spurs' 3-20 record doesn't look good on paper, but in a night where odds were stacked against them, San Antonio showed grit where they haven't before in the fourth quarter.
We took care of the ball at least a little bit, like in the first half, and we tried to step up the intensity as well. I think we surprised them a couple times.
The treat for basketball fans was born in the matchup between rookie Victor Wembanyama and superstar Anthony Davis. The two exchanged punches throughout the game, and Wembanyama never let up, scoring on and rejecting Davis on multiple occasions as Wemby walked away with 30 points, 13 boards, and 6 blocks.
It's a great experience, you know. He's somebody I've studied a little bit in the past, and a great player, of course. And it's, you know, I'm glad I'm going to be able to play so much more times against him.
And that was Mary Rominger reporting. And it's a rematch tonight. The Spurs will host the Lakers at 6:30 this evening at the Frostbank Center. And speaking of the Spurs, we're seeing a festive side to Wemby. Why he dressed up as Santa Claus and was joined by an elf with a familiar face.
And we're learning more about an applesauce recall, why investigators think it was contaminated with lead on purpose. And we're taking another look at TransGuide and that trouble spot at I-10 at Crossroads. Traffic slowing down even more now than it was about 15 minutes ago. Again, this was an 18-wheeler accident that has caused 2 lanes to close down. I-10 at Crossroads, traffic moving very slowly through there.
Yep, definitely something to be keeping an eye on here over the next couple of hours. Something else we'll be keeping eyes on, the radar, as we head into this afternoon, because while it's not going to be for everybody in terms of more notable and substantial rain, we at least are expecting the showers out west to continue working eastward here over the next several hours. So we'll call it about a 40% potential by mid to late afternoon here in San Antonio. A few isolated lingering showers possible around dinner time, and then clearing things out later on tonight after the front works through. So not a bad idea to at least keep the umbrella in the car should you briefly need to use it. You're not going to need to use it this weekend, though. We know we've got the moisture in place. Dew points, how we measure the low-level moisture in the atmosphere, in the upper 50s and low 60s. So it is a bit muggy out there. One of the reasons why we had the fog this morning as well. After the front moves through, notice this weekend it's actually going to be very pleasant out there. We're going to see that drier air move in via that breezy north wind by tomorrow morning, and that's going to set us up for very pleasant conditions. Chilly in the mornings, mid-40s tomorrow, transitioning to the mid-60s by Saturday afternoon. Again, a little bit cooler first thing Sunday. You'll definitely want the jacket then, upper 30s, and then we climb to about 70 degrees by Sunday, and that quiet weather pattern will carry over into the start of next week. So we'll get you more details on that. Another check at your authority radar, plus talk about those wind gusts moving in tonight and tomorrow morning a little bit later on, guys.
Thank you, Mia. The U.S. is once again urging Israel to scale back its offensive in Gaza. This comes as people in the area continue to struggle to find places to escape the fighting. Take a look at this drone video. This community was meant to be one of the last places Gazans could find refuge. But you can see the destruction now left behind after an Israeli airstrike. More than 18,700 people have been killed in the Gaza Strip since the war began. That's according to Hamas-run local authorities. Israel says overnight the bodies of 3 more hostages were found in Gaza. More than 130 hostages remain in that area.
And Western officials are warning Ukraine is certain to fail without more U.S. aid. This comes as an aid package continues to stall in Congress. Kyiv has an ongoing counteroffensive in the east and south, where forces have struggled to make progress. A European diplomat says they don't know if they'll be able to succeed without more aid from the U.S. and Europe. One senior U.S. military official estimated Ukraine only be able to hold on for months. They say a worst-case scenario would be a significant setback or even defeat by summer.
Regulators are making it easier for candidates seeking federal office to pay themselves a salary while campaigning. A new rule approved by the Federal Election Commission changes how candidates can use campaign funds. Right now, the salaries they can give themselves are tied to their earnings from the previous year. The problem with that? It discourages people with low salaries from running for office. The new regulation allows them to pay themselves up to 50% the annual U.S. household salary, or $87,000 per year. They will also be able to start drawing a paycheck when they file their statements of candidacy with the FEC. Right now, they have to wait until the filing deadlines in their states, which vary widely. The new regulation goes into effect next year.
Back here in Texas, a nearly $100 million donation from Elon Musk is backing plans for a new primary and secondary school and ultimately a university in Austin. That's according to tax filings tied to the billionaire. Associates of Musk are heading up what's called the Foundation, a new school with plans to focus on teaching science, technology, engineering, and math subjects. According to the filing, the school would then expand to a university. The filing states the school initially plans to enroll about 50 students and expects to be funded through donations and tuition fees. However, it will also offer scholarships to those who couldn't otherwise afford to attend.
The first pill to treat postpartum depression is now available in the U.S. Zurzuvae was approved by the Food and Drug Administration in August to help treat the 1 in 7 women who battle postpartum depression. The drug makers say it is available at specialty pharmacies and can also be shipped directly to patients. But it comes with a hefty price tag, nearly $16,000 per treatment before insurance. Results from a late-stage study showed that women who took the medication had significant improvement in symptoms within days compared to those who took a placebo. According to the study, the reductions in their depressive symptoms lasted at least 45 days.
More doses of an RSV vaccine for infants will be available in January, the White House says. The CDC is advising that doctors use the Beyfortus they have instead of keeping some for later. The vaccine's makers say they'll release 230,000 more doses next month. Infants under 8 months old and some at-risk kids younger than 2 can get the vaccine. RSV causes about 300 deaths a year for children under 5.
An FDA official says lead contamination in recalled applesauce pouches may have been an intentional act. Jim Jones, the agency's deputy commissioner for human foods, told Political the FDA is still investigating the matter. But so far, all signs point to someone in the supply chain contaminating the pouches on purpose. The FDA says children got sick after eating apple cinnamon fruit puree pouches sold under the Wanabana, Weiss, and Schnuck brands. The agency says it's investigating 125 reports of illnesses across several states, including Texas.
A heartwarming moment caught on video, how 2 local waitresses were surprised with a special holiday gift.
And welcome back. Expect days of busy airports this holiday season. As many as 2.8 million passengers could fly each day. That would represent a 16% increase in the number of passengers compared to last year. And the holiday period seems more spread out than usual. Delta says it has a 7-way tie for which day it thinks will be busiest. The FAA predicts the peak will be the Thursday before Christmas. American Airlines is forecasting its peak for that Friday.
And this is Old Saybrook, Connecticut. Right now, the town is enjoying nationwide recognition because it was ranked as one of the most Christmassy towns in the country. Mixbook, a photo book brand, ranked it as one of the places with the most Christmas spirit. Surprisingly, the list only includes one Texas city, Grapevine, and even it was ranked 43rd in the country.
2 waitresses at Cracker Barrel over on Southeast Military Drive enjoying a holiday surprise.
Both are single mothers. Both were the surprise recipients of the 4th annual holiday giving event. It's a holiday tradition driven by the Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association and local real estate agents. Here's the moment Crystal and Ashley were given the news. Take a listen.
And we know that Christmas is tough. And from us to you, I'm presenting you $3,000. This is a $1,500 each, and this is a Merry Christmas to you guys.
$1,500 each. Crystal also received a brand new bicycle for her 10-year-old.
What a special moment there. That's what the holiday's all about.
All about, absolutely. Well, if you have any last minute Christmas shopping to do, maybe not last minute yet, but we're getting closer and closer to Christmas. This weekend is going to be fantastic after we finally see these clouds move out of here later on tonight, and full sunshine is going to take back over for tomorrow and Sunday. Speaking of sunshine, a few peaks of it across our far eastern counties, 73 in Gonzales, 71 in Kennedy, so a bit warmer because of those breaks in the cloud cover. For us here in San Antonio, it is still gray out there, 61 the current temperature, even some upper 50s up into the hill country near Rock Springs. We do still have some light rain on your authority radar just west of town. We're going to take a look at that, plus time out the rest of your Friday after the break.
Layla again? Layla. You got two on.
You've been very good.
Very good this year.
Take a look at this Wimby as we've never seen him before, dressed as Santa Claus, and Victor Claus was even joined by Elf Julian. A 7'4" Santa and a 6'7" elf is definitely a sight to see. The pair passed out gifts and holiday joy to children and families in need on the west side last night. The Spurs partner annually with the Elf Louise Christmas Project to spread some Christmas cheer to Bexar County's underserved children. It's so nice to see them out there.
What size jacket does he wear? The pants too. It's got to be like the extra long version.
I was going to say that's probably the tallest Santa Claus in history. Yep, that's pretty impressive for sure. And all the smiles, that's what makes it all worth it. All right, so let's get you the latest look at your authority radar, because later on this afternoon, I think it's possible that some of us here in San Antonio briefly need to pull out the umbrellas as we see a few light showers work across the area. This is the scene right now just off to our northwest across portions of Kerr County. A few sprinkles, some light rain just pushed through Center Point and Comfort. That's now crossing over I-10, heading into northern Kendall County, just to the north of Sisterdale. Slight jog farther off to the south. Another little batch of some light rain pushing through Bandera. And that's going to continue working farther up to the north as well near Pipe Creek. And then we have a few more showers. Really, this is the most notable activity out there this lunchtime hour. Just to the west of Castroville near Hondo, Dehanis, even Sabinal just picked up on a little batch of light to moderate rain there with that shower that moved through. Again, you can see the general motion of this activity gradually working its way farther off to the east. And that's going to be the trend here by mid-afternoon, about 3 to 4 o'clock here in San Antonio. I do think it's possible we see some of that light rain move through the Alamo City. By dinner time, a few isolated light showers still lingering around. That continues across our far eastern counties there as well. We start to see that cold front work in this evening, and as it works its way farther off to the southeast, it's going to take the rain along with it, clearing skies through the overnight. By wake-up time tomorrow, it is going to be a bit breezy out there, but we'll see more sunshine, and it's going to be very fantastic out there with that drier air working in there too. So chilly mornings and nice afternoons will be the theme tomorrow and into Sunday, and even into next week as we see a high pressure system in the upper levels of the atmosphere work into the state of Texas. That quiet weather pattern does look to continue. I mentioned the breeze overnight and first thing tomorrow. You can see right now we really don't have a whole lot of actual wind gusts being registered or clocked in and around San Antonio, but after that front passes us by midnight and into the early morning hours of our Saturday, some wind gusts upwards of about 25 to even 30 miles per hour will be possible. So if you have any loose trash cans or empty trash cans that are out on the sidewalk, probably a good idea to bring those in closer to the house before heading to bed tonight. Whatever we do find out there in terms of those wind gusts, those do look to die down by tomorrow afternoon. We did mention that drier air that's going to move in. We talked about earlier how we still have the moisture in place, but notice by tomorrow morning, all of that humidity is swept out of the region, and it's going to feel more comfortable out there as well. And of course, that drier air, what's going to help make for some chilly mornings over the next couple of days. 46 at 7 a.m. tomorrow here in San Antonio. Plenty of sunshine helping those temperatures climb into the mid-60s. Slightly warmer by Sunday afternoon, topping off near that 70-degree mark. And really, that's going to be pretty similar to what we're going to look at on Monday there as well, with the sunshine still in place. Drier air, yes, this weekend, but a bit more humidity is going to return by the middle of next week. Temperatures warm ever so slightly, and we'll be looking at a few isolated rain chances ahead of next weekend, guys.
Thanks, ma'am. And a reminder, we are taking part in the Salvation Army's Parade of Kettles competition. We are trying to raise $2,000 for families in need this holiday season. And right now we are about $900 away from meeting our goal.
If you grab your phone and scan this QR code, it will take you to our website where you can find a link to donate. This year, our team captain is one of our newest reporters, Danielle Ibarra. She has been out at some locations with our red KSAT kettle, so you may see her or another KSAT member around town.
Every donation is appreciated. No matter how big or small, even donating just $10 can help provide a meal for someone in need. Donations are being accepted through Christmas Eve.
A mother's love for her child motivated her to complete school and create art while bringing awareness to childhood cancer, something her son is battling.
I was able to learn how this special mom is channeling pain into art.
He's spontaneous and spunky, and he climbs everything.
Melissa Long says her 2-year-old son, Ollie, has a big personality, but is now facing the toughest fight of his life.
Last semester, my son was diagnosed with leukemia, and my entire world flipped around and spun, and we were just left so empty inside without knowing how to cope with this or how to navigate these emotions that we as a family had never experienced before.
During this difficult time, Long has turned to art.
This one is called Speak It Into Existence, like encouraging yourself and reminding yourself that everything's going to be okay.
Long says her art revolves around Ollie.
This one is literally the doctor's note, the provider's note in his patient chart that from the first day of diagnosis.
With Ollie as her motivation, Long was able to graduate with a Bachelor's of Fine Arts from the UTSA School of Art.
I hope for advocacy for childhood cancer. I hope that people learn something when they read my artwork. I hope people learn something about themselves, just like I did. I learned so much while doing my art, and I hope that I'm able to achieve that for other people.
Long is on a mission to educate people about childhood cancer and has big dreams for her family.
Maybe by the first of the year, I'm hoping to be able to get a solo exhibition. And I'm hoping to be able to, I don't want to just show my work on walls. I want people to connect with my art all over the world.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT12 News.
Thank you, Melissa, for sharing your story. I know that she's going to get that exhibit, that solo exhibit.
That's awesome.
Next year for sure.
Awesome. SA Live is just a few minutes away. Hey guys, what do you have in store for us?
Lots and lots and lots. Christmas giving spirit.
That's right. Oh, the JW Marriott Hill Country Resort and Spa gave away an incredible gift to a very deserving military family. Wait till you see this heartwarming story.
You are going to love it. All right, we are the giving spirit here, and all of our guests are as well. Our dear friend Gerardo Carvajal from Mi Familia is here.
Yes.
Tamale season.
Tamale season can never fail. This is Christmas.
Yes, indeed.
And giveaways, right?
Yes, we're in the spirit of giving. You just said it. We have a couple gifts coming up.
All right, find out about that. And Mari Valencia from Sweet Maid is here. She's also in the giving mood.
I am. We're going to be giving away one of our Christmas cakes, but you have to stay tuned for the rest of the show to hear the secret password to enter.
Ooh, okay. And Stephanie Penny Frost joins us, and she is going to show off her rapping skills as well as some reindeer games, but you've got a giveaway too.
Yes, 8 local shop local vendors plus a hotel stay from La Contessa and a 5-pack to the Christmas Light Fest.
Yeah, so one person will win all that, okay?
Fantastic.
And we want to see your Christmas pictures or share your Christmas memories. Scan that QR code and let us know, and you may see yourself on TV in a few.
It is the last show of the season. It's going to be a great one. Stick around for our Christmas special.